Amanda Blackburn saw value where others saw rubbish. At garage sales across Indianapolis, she searched for old furniture, broken tables, weathered chairs, items most people would leave on the curb. She loaded them into her car and drove home to her garden. There, she transformed junk into treasure. Her business, Weathered Willow, grew from this simple act. But it was never just about furniture. Her father Phil explained it best. God turns trash into treasure. Nothing is wasted. Amanda applied this to people too. Her husband Davey said she saw potential in others that they could not see in themselves. She loved the unlovable. She gave hope to the hopeless. Those closest to her insisted she did not have a single enemy in the world. Amanda Grace Byers entered the world on July 31st, 1987 in Muskegon, Michigan. When she was 8, her family moved to Elkhart, Indiana. She grew up alongside 4 adopted siblings. Her father, Phil, served as pastor at First Baptist Church. Faith was not just a Sunday activity, it was the air they breathed. Amanda graduated from Elkhart Christian Academy in 2006. She attended Pensacola Christian College in Florida, earning an associate degree in 2008. Teaching came naturally to her. She taught kindergarten at Promise Academy in Nashville, then at St. Mary's Episcopal School in Memphis. That school ranked among Tennessee's best for girls. Her classroom videos reveal a woman full of nurturing energy and genuine warmth. A blind date changed everything. Amanda met Davey Blackburn at a Hawk Nelson concert. That night included a milkshake contest. Amanda drank too fast and blew milkshake out of her nose. Most people would have been embarrassed. Davey later told his church congregation that exact moment told him he had found his future wife. They married on August 1st, 2008. Their relationship was remarkably open. In church videos posted just 1 month before her death, the couple discussed sexual intimacy openly. Amanda said the devil would try to tear couples away from that bond. They spoke honestly about date nights and protecting their marriage. They moved to Indianapolis in 2012 to start Resonate Church, a congregation for people who normally avoided church. November 10, 2015 arrived while the city still slept. 3 men were already awake and moving. Larry Joe Taylor Jr. was 18, Jalen Watson was 21, Diana Gordon was 24. They called their group the Kill Gang. Each man carried an extensive criminal record. Each was on parole. They lived together at Westlake Apartments on Indianapolis's west side. Their crime spree had started days earlier. On November 3rd, they had broken into a woman's apartment while she showered. Taylor sexually assaulted her. On November 4th, Taylor shot and killed a man named Rolando Gonzalez Hernandez over just $10. Now, on this dark morning, they had already hit 2 homes. They wanted more money. Across the street from their second burglary stood the Blackburn residence. Davey Blackburn woke at 4:30 a.m. on November 10th. He read his Bible, a daily ritual. At 6 a.m., he left for LA Fitness. He planned to work out for about an hour. The front door of his home remained unlocked. The family owned only one house key. That key sat on Amanda's keyring. It seemed like a minor detail at the time. At 6:11 a.m., a security camera recorded Davey driving away from the neighborhood. Taylor watched him leave. The young killer saw an opportunity. He decided the Blackburn home would be their next target. All 3 men walked directly through the unlocked front door. No braking, no forcing, just a turn of the handle. The door opened and they stepped inside. Amanda was inside her home. She was 28 years old, 15 months into motherhood, and 12 weeks pregnant with a daughter they had already named Evie Grace. Taylor struck her across the mouth with his .38 caliber revolver. The impact knocked out one of her lower front teeth. Blood filled her mouth. He demanded her ATM cards. She gave them to him. Taylor handed the cards to Watson and Gordon. The 2 men left in the stolen Sebring to withdraw cash. Taylor stayed behind. He was alone with Amanda. According to Watson's later testimony, Taylor tried to force Amanda to have sex with her. She refused. Then she did something that sealed her fate. She charged at him. Taylor fired the first shot into Amanda's upper body. She was already wounded, bleeding, on the ground. Then he fired again. This second bullet entered the back of her head. That wound proved fatal. But Taylor did not leave immediately. Watson later testified that Taylor leaned closer. He looked at Amanda's face. He watched her bleed. At 6:45 a.m., a neighbor heard sounds that could have been gunshots. By then, Watson and Gordon had already tried and failed to withdraw $500 from Amanda's account. They succeeded at a second ATM. When Taylor rejoined them, he climbed into the stolen car and said 4 words. I smoked her. Slang, street language. It meant he had killed her. Davy left the gym at 7:10 a.m. He called a friend and drove home. He arrived in his driveway at 7:30 a.m., but he did not go inside. He remained in his car for 40 to 50 minutes, still talking on the phone. He did not want to wake Amanda or their toddler son, Weston. At 7:53 a.m., Chase Bank left a voicemail on Amanda's phone about suspicious ATM activity. At 8:17 a.m., a neighbor called police to report the burglary across the street. 3 minutes later, Davy finally entered his home. He found Amanda face down near the Christmas tree and fireplace. She was naked from the waist down. Her underwear lay beside her. Her shirt had been pulled up. Credit cards and her wallet were scattered on the floor. The pink sweater solved the case. Watson had wrapped it around his face during the second ATM withdrawal. His DNA transferred to the fabric. When police recovered the stolen Sebring, they found the sweater inside, along with bed sheets, oranges, and ATM receipts. CODIS, the National DNA Database, returned a match to Jalen Watson. Cell phone tower data placed the suspect's phones on Sunnyfield Court at 6:25 a.m. ATM timestamps showed failed and successful withdrawals at 6:36 and 6:54. The timeline was unbreakable. Watson and Gordon took plea deals. They agreed to testify against Taylor. Taylor claimed he was too messed up to remember. A jury did not believe him. He received 86 years for murder, plus 20 years for the earlier rape. Total, 106 years. 2 days after Amanda's death, Davy registered nothingiswasted.net. He formed an LLC 2.5 months later. Online speculation followed. Why the unlocked door? Why stay in the driveway? Why remarry so quickly at the same gym? Some called the live-tweeted funeral and the book deal distasteful, but the evidence never supported suspicion. LA fitness surveillance footage confirmed Davy's alibi. Phone records matched his timeline. Cell tower data placed him miles from the murder. The killers themselves never mentioned him. They were random predators on a crime spree. Police cleared Davy within days. Amanda's words outlived the controversy. Nothing is wasted. Her ministry continues. Her daughter's name remains on a headstone beside her own.